Well, it's Dayton, Ohio, and we're going to talk about bicycles. You know, they're always harkening back to our history, right?
Two wheels.
Yes, two wheels.
As in bicycle.
Yes, and I think the future is in bicycles and not in flying cars.
No.
Woo!
Yes, bicycles, no flying cars.
Right. And today, you know, I interact with Lori Sims, who's on the Kettering Board of Education, and she's on the board of the Life Enrichment Center, which is...
That sounds holier than thou.
It is, well, it is a religious-based organization.
Faith-based organization.
Oh, sorry. Faith-based.
Use politically correct terms.
Well, I have no faith in flying cars. I don't know if I have, I mean... Yeah, and you're not a Jesus lover, and, you know, I have questions with Jesus. Anyway, but that's not the point.
Does he answer? Anyways.
The best prayers are sometimes unanswered prayers, David.
Oh.
As, you know, people have been praying for you to die for a long time, and don't you think an unanswered prayer...
Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, to get on with it,
bicycles.
These down at the Life Enrichment Center,
Which is...
a faith-based organization.
Which is where? And
it's on 425 North Finley. You can look them up. Life Enrichment. We'll have the links.
425 North Finley. that's East Dayton, sort of skewing over towards the river.
Yeah, and he's in an industrial area where they're doing a lot of recycling.
Is this the old Ecolotek building by any chance?
Ooh, no, I would know the Ecolotek building. I've been there plenty of times. But what he's doing is he's got numerous bicycles, 200 from Huffy Corporation.
That's quite a few bicycles.
And he's trying to encourage, you know...
people to use them.
People, and also to set up training programs on how to, you know, fix and repair bicycles. He's working
because when gas goes back up and we're all still unemployed, bicycles are going to be the only way we're going to be able to get around here.
Well, I would contend, yes, by along the river, as that's where goods and products will be shipped, and that's the reason we're talking about trains. But if you want to believe in flying cars, Martin Gottlieb, you're a boob! But back to bikes, because we want to be positive about this.
Sorry, Martin.
I'm not. Is that Danny, I ran into, along with Lori,
This would be Danny Haney.
Danny Haney, who's a senior at University of Dayton.
That means he's about to graduate.
Right.
He's going to have to make a choice of staying in Dayton or leaving town. Yes.
He's a civil engineer, so...
That means he's
currently designing a bridge that goes along the Metro Park that will connect both sides of the river down there where an old train trestle was. As part of his graduate program, and UD is investing in some of these
community
things.
service.
Right, and once we started talking to, you know,
This is not the only bridge that they're talking about for bicycles. They're also talking about one out at Wright State over 675. Well, so that you can connect the campus over to the mall at Fairfield Commons.
Well, the point was that I've been with a lot of the bike groups. There's gearheads in town, Fixed Gears.
We got bike people here.
Kate Irvin, you know, the Courteous Mass Ride, which I've not participated in because I'm not courteous. but I love it.
Andy Williamson and Greg Brummett over at Five Rivers Metro Parks have been spearheading the mountain bike trails, and they've been working on this, you know, the new bike hub that's going up downtown. And I heard just last weekend that the city is about to get certified bronze level bike friendly. So
it seems like to me we need to. I mean, and the guy at the Life Enrichment Center had no idea of these other groups connecting. And I know
that's a major underlying problem in Dayton. We don't talk to each other because we don't have a newspaper that anybody reads.
But if you go back, where did I pick up this information?
At the coffee shop.
And my contention is back when Dayton was inventing ideas, was that engineers or people used to get at the Engineers Club and hash out ideas.
They need better coffee at the Engineers Club, obviously.
Well, they have you know, Boston Stoker at the Engineers Club.
At the Engineers Club, okay.
But
do they let you in? You're a geologist.
Well, yeah, I'd run the place. That's the problem. They don't want to let us geologists in. But the point is that a lot of these ideas are because we are confined together and we talk about things. And this is where comes from.
As in you're not bowling alone.
Yes, bowling alone. So what we need to do is probably get UD. We probably need to get Dr. Irvin and Kate.
They're aware. They just you just found out this one guy doesn't know,
but he needs to plug in.
Yes.
And plug in his ideas about.
And that's what we're all about here. We're about plugging in.
Tuned in. No, I'm
connecting.
Not. What is it? Oh, we're going to go Timothy Leary.
No, we're not going Timothy Leary.
Drop it, yes. Anyway, the point was that we are going to be a very bike-friendly. There's a lot of things that could be connected, but I think we need to have a broader connection.
And even though Miami Valley Hospital doesn't see the value of putting Premier or Miami Valley Hospital on the B-Cycle program and having all these highly visible bike stations instead of wasting countless millions on television ads, we're going to still get B-Cycle in this town. But
no, not B-Cycle. What we're going to do in this town is let's look at it this way. UD can put together an RFID kind of package and already install it. Why don't they design an RFID tracking?
Hold on, Greg.
This guy has plenty of bikes. This guy has plenty of bikes, and he's willing to put them at stations. Park, ride, connect.
That's great, but there's a lot more.
Forget the B-Cycle.
There's
too much investment.
No, it's
invest in this guy, and we can build it ourselves.
No, Greg.
Yes,
there's a lot more to B-Cycle than just a bike and an RFID chip. There's the back-end software. There's the maintenance.
Why don't we build it ourselves along with the UD Research Institute and install it into the Huffy bikes that they've already been given?
Because the Huffy bikes that they've already been given...
Wouldn't that be a community building process
the
instead of buying
China too?
Where they were given already. So all you have to do is connect into them.
Well, Greg, you stick with your idea, but I like the off-the-shelf approach with something that has some critical mass and has the back-end design.
Did you just say there's no critical mass in Dayton for bicycles? Are you saying that UD couldn't design a program?
I'm sure they could.
Are you saying we don't have RFID?
We'll just do bike share internally and reinvent the wheel again.
No, we can do bike share on the cheap, and we can learn a lot about how things are designed, built, and get done.
Okay. Again,
why don't we track our little bikes and all around town and see where people are socially? There's all kinds of positive things.
I still don't think you get quite the whole what the B-Cycle package is, but that's okay. But anything bike is good.
And connecting our community is good.
And connecting our community is good, but building another highway interchange to get people off the highway faster somewhere else is...
Well, that's old thinking.
Yes.
It's bad thinking, poor thinking.
Yes.
I want to have diabetes and be big, fat, and lazy thinking. We need to get rid of that thinking.
Yes, we need to get people walking to work, riding to work. We need to
get people... your tax thing, boo.
Okay.
Come on, bikes. It's the way it is.
Say goodbye, Greg.